A very good day to Professor Lee and my dear friends. My name is Niivethaa, metric number BP21110151. Today, me and my teammates will be presenting about how to utilize SPSS data. So first, I'll be showing the first part, which is how to import the data and also how to do the screening. So before that, I would like to show my Excel sheet. So for the first assignment, each of us had to conduct a research and collect answers from respondents of 10. So these are my respondents' answer for the first assignment. So for this video presentation, all of us have to compile 50 respondents, all of my teammates' respondents, and compile it into a one data and analyze the data using the SPSS. So first, I'm going to show how I'm going to import my data from Excel to SPSS. So this, as you can see, it's my Excel sheet. Now I'll be showing how to import it to SPSS. So first you click IBM SPSS statistics. Mine is the latest version, which is version 28. So after clicking it open, you'll get a notice like this. You can just click close and you can see it's a complete new sheet of SPSS. You have the variable view here and also data view. So it is actually easy to key in data here, but the process might take so long. So the easier way to import data from Excel to SPSS is by clicking File, Import Data, click Import Data and click Excel. As I've mentioned earlier, I've collected my respondent's answer and transferred it from Google Form to an Excel sheet. So from Excel, you can convert directly to SPSS. So I save my file as my name. And before clicking open, make sure your file type is in Excel format. And then you click open. So this process might take a little while. So you'll get a notice saying read Excel file. All you have to do is just click OK. So when you click OK, you will be able to get a data in this way, in this format. So this is how an imported data from Excel to SPSS should look like. And this is your data view. So we can go to the variable view to rename the variables and also make some adjustment at the labeling part as well, and also the decimals and the measurement part. So first, according to the outline that given by our respective lecturers, in part A, which is about demographic profile, first one is gender. So all you have to do is go to the gender part and you can remove the F and name it as gender. The second one is age. The third variable is faculty. The fourth one is program. The fifth is year of education. You can name it as edu year. And make sure you don't have spaces in between the names because it will not be identified as a variable. The last one is university. So you can key in for the other parts as well, which is part B, C, D, and E. So I'm just showing the first part, which is part A. And then make sure the type is according to what fixed in the outline as well. So gender, age is numeric, and year of education is numeric. Meanwhile, the remaining is all string. So make sure you change gender to numeric, click OK, age to numeric, OK. And the last one is year of education is numeric. Okay. And make sure this is set to 2 decimal points as well. And make sure everything is set to 2 decimal places. Okay, so for the labeling part, this is for our reference as well, so that we can remember it easily. So for the gender, in our questionnaire, we have male and female. you can label them according to your preferences so that it will be easier for you to remember. And age is based on what are the age limit that we have put. So let's say it's 19 to 20, and then we have 22 to 24, and so on. So for the values, how you'll key in is, we can label, for female, we can put value 1 and label it as female. And you click add. For male, you can put 2.00 and label it as male. Click add and click OK. So this is how you'll be doing for all the variables in all parts as well. So this is how your data should look after completing all the variables, keying in the data and all that. So this is my individual assignment data for all the 10 respondents. This is how the variable view would look like. And for the data view, it should look like this. And when you click the A1 sign here, value labels, it should be able to convert to number form as well. So this is for my individual assignment that I've done. So these are another part, which is the compiled data of all the 50 respondents from my other teammates as well. So in here, we have total of 50 respondents data here. So this is how we have imported the data. All my members, we have used the same method of importing data, which is from Excel, and we can key in manually as well, but importing it from Excel takes lesser time. So after compiling all the 50 respondents answer here, now I'm gonna do the screening part. So that's all for the importing part. Now I'll show how to do the screening. First, you'll have to click Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and then click Frequencies. And here I'll put the variables from part A to do the screening. So let's say I put gender, age, faculty, program, year of dedication, and university. And all you have to do is just click OK. And after clicking OK, it will bring you to another page where it shows an output of all the variables that I've clicked just now. So gender, you can see male 15, female 35, so there's a total participant of 50. And the frequency, age 19 to 21, 22 to 24. Faculty, the FPP, FPT, and so on. And this is the program under each of the faculties of the respondent. Year of education 1 to 3, and there are a total of 50 respondents as well. And all of them are from UMS, all the 50 respondents. So this is how you do the screening part, and I've shown how to import data as well, and how to key in manually too. So that's all for my part. Now I will pass it to the next member to present about part 2. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alleyonna Bitius. My metric number BP20803 Okay, I will do the computing data.
Okay, to compute the data, you have to open your SPSS data and go to data view and click transform, compute variables, and then we have to set the variables here. So for the first variables, I put the SWLS, and then I'll click this plus, and continue to the next one. Okay, after that, you click this OK. And then for the next variables, you have to reset first, and then I'll put the declaration. Okay, you have to choose the G label here. The process still same. And then click this OK. Same with the next variable, we have to click transform and compute variables. So we have to reset first, and then we put here anxiety. So we click the label. and then we click OK. Last variables, we have to compute. The process still the same. Click this reset, and for stress, choose the S label. Yes. And then we click this OK. So after we have compute all the variables, we can see here we have the SWLS, depression, anxiety, and stress. What we have to do next is go to variable view, and then we see here depression, SWLS, depression, anxiety, and stress. So here we can change it to scale. Here we can go data for anxiety and then that's all.
Hi, my name is Nur Zahirah binti Abdul hanif. My metric number is BP20803, and I'm going to show the descriptive statistical analysis part. And this is the computed data that I'm going to use. First, click Analyze, Descriptive Statistic, Frequencies. And then you can see here got the variables that you want to use. So I'm going to click the variables that I want to use. I'm going to use these 6 variables. So after I click all the variables, I click statistic. For the percentile values, I click quartiles. For the central tendency, I click mean, median, and mode. For the dispersion, I click standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and also variance. I click continue. For the charts, we are going to use histogram, and then click show normal curve on histogram. Continue, and then you click OK. So this is the statistic table. And then here is the frequency table for our variables. First is gender, and then age, faculty, program, year of education, university, and as you can see, our participants all are from UMS. And then for the histogram, we only have 3. The first one is gender, second is age, and the last one is year of education. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Have a nice day to doctor. I am Yeoh Cheng, and my matrix number is BP20803. Today, I would like to present the steps to complete the test in our SPSS. So, first, to complete the test, we need to click Analyze, and we click Compare Needs, and we choose Independent Sample Test. As you can see, the test variables and grouping variables are empty. So our grouping variables for our t-test is gender. So we input our gender into the grouping variable. As you can see, here have 2 question marks. These 2 question marks represent the condition that we want to compute. So we click Define Group. The number 1 represents as male and number 2 represents as female, and we click continue. So for our test variable, which is our dependent variable, so our DV is stratification with life skill. So we need to input the compute data for SWLS. So we click input and we click OK. So this is our t-test. So now let's look for the group statistic. The number of male is 15, while female is 35, while the mean for the male is 23.6667 and female is 20.6571, while the standard deviation for male is 5.66527, while for female is 3.74121, and the standard error mean for male is 1.46277, while female is 0.63238, which means that the male students have lower score in certification with life skill compared with female students in University Malaysia Sabah. Now, let's look for the independent sample t-test. So, our significant level is 0.191, which is higher than 0.05. So, we need to have a look for the equal variance assumed, which is the first row. Okay, our T is 2.221 and our DF is 48. DF also called as degree of freedom, while our significant level is 0.031, which means that our null hypothesis is rejected, which means there is significant differences between stratification with life skill and gender in University Malaysia Sabah. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Dayang Dennis. My metric number is PT20803. And now I'm going to show the part of multiple regression. So this is the data we've collected. And first we're going to press Analyze. We go to Regression and select Linear. So here, we choose our dependent variable, which is the SWLS, and put it into the dependent box. As for the independent variables, we put it into the independent variable box. So this is the independent variables is for depression, anxiety, and stress. So next, we click on statistics. Make sure estimate and model fit are selected. Press continue. And then we look at plots. So for plots, we make sure that we choose ZRESID into the Y box and ZPRED into the X box. And then we click on histogram and normal probability plot and press continue. So once all that is done, we press OK. So here we are at the output. So first is the model summary. So in the model summary, we have R and R square. R square indicates the percentage of variance in the dependent variable that can be explained by the independent variable. So the percentage of variance here is 24.7%. So next is the ANOVA table. So in ANOVA table, we have the F-test, which is used to test the significance of the contribution of a model to the dependent variable. So the coefficients table show the unstandardized regression coefficients for the relationship between satisfaction with life scores and the depression, anxiety, and stress, which are 0.568, 0.461, and 0.323 respectively. The histogram provided shows negatively skewed slope because it is more on the left side. So moving on, the normal plot of regression standardized residuals for this dependent variable also shows a generally normal distribution. As for the scatter plot, from the scatter plot of residuals shows that the data is normally distributed and has no outliers. It was found that there is no relationship between the residuals and the predicted values. This finding supports the assumption of linearity. So that concludes my part for this presentation. Thank you.